Всем привет, друзья, вы на канале Барзал, мы продолжаем проходить Hogwarts наследие. Так, идем. Что это было?
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Так, что теперь? Задание будет какое-нибудь новое?
Revelio. I hope Professor Fitzgerald has confirmed what she needed to. I have to complete the next trial as soon as I can.
Так, хорошо, наконец-то. Появилось что-то. Так, нам нужно Hogwarts. А где он? секретной комнате? Походу. Там у картин, наверное, опять сидит. Угу.
Welcome back.
Там еще кто должен быть?
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Ну, и что?
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Где он? Профессор Иги.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Далеко нет. Тихо. Так, я вот где. Ага. А мне вот куда. Вот сюда, наверное, будет ближе. Пока по этому Хогвартсу побегаешь, блять, с ума сойти можно. Ну, есть эта статуэтка? Или я уже забрал у нее?
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Неплохо.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Так, пойдем. Будем теперь профессором, бля.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather...
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners? If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you.
What could the headmaster want?
Еще... А, он не может ничего делать. Блин, красивые елки.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
Headmaster? Here, what could he want?
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Блин, пока добежишь. Замок реально огромный.
Oh no, it's the headmaster and he's coming this way.
Нихуя себе. Ёбаный Копперфильд, блядь. Ну почему Гарик так не умеет? Это просто сквозь стены проходить умеет.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor, a word, please.
Это, блядь, откуда взялась?
Professor Weasley, how delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Какая ёлка, охереть.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
О, ты чё весь перебинтованный?
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Да. Куда дальше? Ага.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle. Revelio. Confringo.
Чё? Наконец-то. Как далеко идти это опять? Где это? Ёб твою за ногу.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Что так запутано-то? Какой пиздец.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Revelio.
Что? Тут бабочки нигде нет. Тут еще ключ нужен. Говори паспорт.
Toujours pure.
Toujours pure. Ничего сложного.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
О, блядь. Тут, кстати, не сидит нигде эта штучка. Нельзя открыть. Тоже. О. Чемоданчик.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Так, что тут за записка? Нам куда сюда надо?
That must be the pedestal.
Ну, пиздец, теперь он в книге. Джуманджи, блядь.
Where am I?
Ёпаный
Professor
ты.
Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
Это плохая графика, да?
In this place, you
Где?
may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem.
О-о-о-о. Тихо, ты что?
You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Тут ничего не работает, что ли? Нет, ничего не работает.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
О, нифига себе. Смерть создала еще больше смерти, нифига себе. Так, нам куда-то надо. Как-то вот так вот, я понимаю. Туда нельзя. Так. А, подожди, а куда? На крышу, что ли? Лазить он не умеет. Ну, вон туда надо. Когда отвернуться, что ли? Давай попробуем.
should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be?
Там тут он один палец стоит без конца.
I need to time this just right.
Жесть, блядь.
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
А как-то отвлечь можно? Ага, не надо отвлекать, они сами сваливают куда-то. Хорошо, тупо ждать надо. Прикольно, кстати, интересно.
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Я думаю, вот так надо, да? Чтобы больше тут... Так, и тут, походу, на ту крышу. А зачем на ту крышу? Мне куда надо? Мне вон туда надо, ну все правильно. Чё?
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
О! Да нет, все, пойдем.
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Давай, отворачивайся. Всё. Тихо. Тихонечко.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
В смысле, блядь? А куда мне?
That
Бля.
doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Чё это? Здесь еще и жизни можно брать. Чуть не спалили.
Now's my chance.
Нет. Ты ничего там не видел. Все, я свалил.
That's the way forward.
О, бля, чуть не спалился.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Так, сюда что ли? Нет. А, туда, наверное. Непонятно, куда идти-то. Тут не залезет он. Сюда, скорее всего. Нет, не сюда.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Прикольно. А это мне оставит эту штучку?
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
А зачем он снял с себя это? Я что-то ничего не понимаю. Он же плащ одел.
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power.
О, нифига себе. Я тебе тут замес могу устраивать.
Descendo! Bombarda!
Теперь, короче, тупо прятаться не надо, да? Можно херачиться.
Defender! Depulso! Defender! Bombarda!
Прикольно.
Defender! Descendo! Depulso! Bombarda! Descendo! Defender! Descendo! Depulso! Bombarda! Defender! Depulso! Descendo! Defender! Bombarda!
Бля, куда шмальнул?
Defender! Bombarda! Depulso!
Давай, давай, давай.
Defender! Bombarda! Descendo! Defender! Bombarda!
Прикольно, конечно. Что, они даже ни хера не делали? Странно. Ну да ладно. Мне легче. Бля, сейчас опять повылазил.
Defender! Descendo! Depulso!
Воу-воу-воу. Это сразу решаем так.
Descendo! Bombarda!
Эту еще раз так же решаем.
Descendo! Defender! Bombarda! Defender! Bombarda!
Что дальше? А чё я туда зайти не могу, да? Это пока это все не поубиваю.
Defender! Bombarda!
Блядь. Орков мочим сразу. Да убейте эту собаку ебаную.
Defender!
Воу, тихо. Корком. Херачим сразу его этой хуйней. Сдохни. Ты тоже. Где? Сдохни. Чё, все? Ха, вот так тебе. Как нехуй делать? А тут что? Там плащ, тут палка была, а тут... А что там было-то еще? Я уже не помню.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Я так думаю, это последний получается. Тут, по-моему, их 3 только было.
You are far from finished. Pass
Yeah.
through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve.
God,
Let us always honor her.
may her memory be a treasure to us forever.
Чего выглядываешь?
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Да. Жесть, конечно.
Revelio.
Есть что-нибудь? Жадины.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Что дальше? Угу. Ну, давайте задание уже, блядь. Как они любители затягивать с этой херней. Наконец. Так, карта. Где это находится? В ебенях. Карта мира. О, нихуя себе. Нихуя себе. Давай сюда.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Так. Короче, ладно. В общем, на этом закончим и продолжим уже в следующей серии. Всем пока!